guys, this is my review on the GLSSWRKS Kazemi. GLSSWRKS is a company owned by TechUSai, who also owns Kurosun. They are the company that produced the Samurai, which is the pad I did my first ever mousepad review on. So let's just jump into it. For the packaging, the Kazemi comes in a simple black box with the logo and display. In the package, you'll find the Kazemi wrapped and surrounded by foam casing, which is meant to keep it safe during shipping, because we all know the goblins at UPS, FedEx, USPS love tossing your fragile boxes around as much as they possibly can. It also comes with a complimentary cloth, which is for wiping down the pad. This was my favorite little touch, and in my opinion, it really showed that they cared about what they're sending out. For the surface, the Kazemi utilizes a heat-treated and coated glass surface, which makes the pad feel insanely smooth not only to the touch, but just while you're gaming in general in vertical and horizontal movements. GLSSWRKS has really outdone themselves with this piece, because even with stock skates, it was a really smooth and amazing glide feel, and I tried it with Yangtze, Tiger Ice, Obsidian Pro Airs, and Ghost Glide Cyclones, which are the ones that I currently have on my OP1 here. These only further improved the experience that the Kazemi brought to the table. The Kazemi also has incredible dust control on the surface, and I really find that I only have to wipe every so often. It's not such a big deal. Whereas with other pads like the Wallhack/Skypad 3.0, Yumi that I used to own, the Atlas, as well as the Empress, which the Empress had pretty decent dust control, but even then I found that I was wiping a lot. So when it comes down to it, arm sleeves are not required. I have the Focus X Aim Labs one here, which is my personal favorite. You don't necessarily need an arm sleeve, like I said, but for me, playing on glass, I just prefer one. But you can definitely use the pad with that one, which isn't the case for most glass pads on the market. So for the edges, as well as like the base, the edges of Kazemi are super smooth here and rounded, which only aid in the comfortable experience that you get with this pad, especially during vertical movements when you're like tracking someone. The edges here are just way nicer on your arm than the squared off edges of, say, the Wallhack or Empress. So for the base, it comes fully silicone backed here, which honestly is preferred, because on my old Yumi it had a four corner design, and I was not a huge fan of that, as it kind of slid around when I would wipe it with the cloth because it wouldn't fully stick to your table. The pad has a 3.5mm height, and honestly that's perfect for me, because especially with it being glass, a thicker surface, I don't really prefer that. I like it to be as close to the table as I can. I don't know, that's just a preference some people have. Moving on to the design. The design of the Kazemi is amazing for me because the art looks so cool. My favorite bit being the small intricate details on Kazemi herself, from the flower tattoos on her arm to the bits of blue streaks in her hair, the blue streaks being braided. All those small little details, in my opinion, it really gives the artwork life. However, if you know me at all, you know I have no issue with the typical anime designs that is pretty common on the peripheral market right now. And as much as that is true, I actually wish they had released or will release a pad with this exact surface without an anime design, for two reasons. I really like the design of the Empress. It was an anime, but it was a really cool piece of art, something that like anyone could really get behind. Now, something with this surface and like maybe say the Empress design would be probably my endgame glass pad. Not that this one isn't. I've been using this one a ton, but that kind of ties into the second reason, being that I feel like they could sell a lot more pads, and it would just be in better interest for most people if the design wasn't really so anime based, because that is one of the common complaints I hear with a lot of pads on the market, is that it is just flooded with anime pads, and that is true. Like I said, I just feel like they could sell a lot more if they had maybe just a solid matte color, or one of his upcoming drops, which is going to be it's called the Beast, something like that. You know, it's a little bit cooler, a little less anime girl on pad, sell big amount of product type of thing, you know? And I just think it could really expand their market and help cater to those who aren't necessarily in it for the anime designs. So, in conclusion, while this pad is amazing both in gameplay and design, it is sadly not available anymore, as it was a limited time drop, coming in priced at $109 USD and roughly $125 USD after shipping. It's 100% worth the price and is actually cheaper in price range compared to, say, a wall hack limited drop, which is usually around 120 for the base price, and then like after shipping and stuff it comes up to like 150. So the only way to get it is usually to buy secondhand from someone or a retailer who might still have one or two in stock. You just kind of have to get lucky, look around. Honestly, unless they are only charging maybe 20 to 30 more bucks than when it released, I wouldn't recommend buying, because most people try to raise the price ridiculously high. And while the pad is amazing, in my opinion, it doesn't matter how good a mouse pad is, paying near $200 to $300+ is just not worth it.